Welcome back to the Mindset Podcast, brought to you by Martecture. Get into the AI marketing mindset on the go. In under 15 minutes, stay ahead with our newsletter and podcast packed with the latest in AI plus marketing. Real research, real case studies, real insights.
Real stuff.
Exactly, real stuff.
You know, AI isn't just moving fast. It's basically demanding a whole new way of thinking in the C-suite.
Especially in marketing, right? It seems like marketing teams are adopting these AI tools faster than anyone.
Exactly. And navigating this never normal, it really requires a new playbook. We're talking about ownership, architectural leadership, and focusing on engineered performance.
Yeah.
So if you're a CMO, this deep dive into what we're calling the AI marketing mindset, well, you'll want to stick around. Today, our mission is pretty clear. We're unpacking 3 key sources that define this new mindset. We'll look at governance risk, how the CMO role is transforming, and the actual financial impact, the ROI.
Okay, let's jump in. The first big point from the sources is that, well, speed without structure, that creates real risk. Specifically, this idea of shadow AI.
Right, shadow AI. We should probably clarify that for everyone listening. It's basically when employees use consumer tools, third-party AI apps maybe.
Exactly. Tools that haven't been vetted or approved by IT or anyone centrally. And the thing is, marketing departments seem particularly susceptible.
Making them kind of the weak link in the trust chain.
That's what the data suggests.
Yeah.
IBM found, I think it was 13% of organizations had AI-related breaches. But here's the kicker, 97% of those.
Yeah.
They didn't have the right access controls in place.
97%. Wow.
Yeah. And the cost, well, the average breach is around $4.4 million. But shadow AI, that adds almost $670,000 on top of that.
Ouch. Why so much more?
Because in like 65% of those shadow AI cases, the main thing compromised was customer PII, personal data.
Okay, that makes sense. But hold on, why does this fall so heavily on the CMO? Isn't governance usually, an IT thing?
It is, fundamentally. But
Okay.
the implementation has to happen within the business functions. The CMO owns the customer data, right? They own the content supply chain.
Oh.
And the research shows organizations that actually embed governance in the business function, like defining usage training, setting up clear approval workflows before rolling tools out, they see 40% fewer AI incidents.
That's significant.
And they scale faster, too, about 2.5 times faster, because they've managed the risk up front.
So the takeaway here isn't slow down. It's build smarter guardrails. Design for performance, but safely.
Precisely. It's about building that system intelligently. And governing that system, well, that's part of this bigger shift we're seeing, the reinvention of the CMO role itself.
Right. The second source talks about this. The CMO isn't just the storyteller anymore.
According to Adobe's CMO, Laura Balaz, the role is shifting to become the chief transformation architect. It sounds a bit grand, maybe.
Yeah, a little, but what does that mean practically? Like architecting what?
Architecting the whole system, designing the blueprint, building the connections so the marketing tech, data, AI tools works together efficiently, seamlessly. It's about orchestration.
Okay, orchestration. Got it. Is there the concrete example of this?
Yeah, look at Newell Brands. They used AI things like Adobe Firefly, ChatGPT for their front-end innovation, brainstorming, concepting new products.
Right.
They cut that process down from 4 months to just 5 days. They even used AI-generated synthetic personas to get early feedback.
4 months to 5 days. That's incredible speed. But doesn't that pure focus on efficiency risk damaging the brand itself, the creative side?
That's the balancing act, absolutely.
Right.
You still need strong brand building. Kraft Heinz, for instance, emphasizes that emotion is what drives consumer choices. AI can generate ideas, sure.
But it can't replicate that deep emotional connection easily.
Right, and P&G's Mark Pritchard points this out too. Think about the Charmin Bears, right? Decades of creative consistency build long-term equity. The architect CMO needs a system that supports both speed and that kind of strategic brand work.
So it's efficiency and effectiveness. Delivering on both, though, that sounds like it needs real investment.
Okay.
Which brings us to the third source.
Exactly. This one shows that generative AI is delivering measurable ROI now. It's making the business case much clearer.
Okay, like what kind of numbers are we talking?
Well, Mondelez, they make Oreo, Milka, other snacks. They're investing over $40 million, specifically in generative AI.
40 million. Wow. What's the goal?
They're targeting a reduction in marketing production costs, somewhere between 30% and 50%.
30 to 50% reduction. That's huge. How are they using it already?
They mentioned an example, an 8-second Milka social video. Traditionally, something like that could cost hundreds of thousands. With AI, They can streamline that significantly.
That feels like real operational modernization, building the system for what you called engineered performance earlier.
Yeah, engineered performance. It's about building that capacity within the system for rapid iteration optimization using AI.
Huh.
Mondelez is aiming for speed. They even mentioned potentially using AI for the 2027 Super Bowl.
Really? That soon?
Potentially, while also cutting complexity and cost. But crucially, they also stress that all AI content gets human review.
Right. The human oversight is key. So operational excellence enables the AI scaling.
Exactly. You need that foundation.
Okay, so let's recap this deep dive. What we've seen is the AI marketing mindset really means, first, owning the governance and risk agenda.
Yep. Second, adopting that architect role, focusing on orchestration, building the whole system.
And third, investing strategically not just in tools, but in creating that engineered performance, that efficiency and effectiveness.
Makes sense. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Some experts are predicting that by 2030, maybe even sooner, tactical media planning and buying, fully automated by AI.
Wow. Okay, so human teams shift entirely to strategy.
That's the idea. So if tactical execution gets handed off to AI agents in, say, the next 5 years, what kind of high-performance system do you need to build today? How do you make sure your team can focus purely on those core business outcomes tomorrow?
What infrastructure makes your AI adoption smart, not just fast?
Exactly. Something to think about. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. This episode of the Mindset Podcast was brought to you by Martexture. Get into the AI marketing mindset. On the go. In under 15 minutes, stay ahead with our newsletter and podcast packed with the latest in AI plus marketing. Real research, real case studies, real insights.
Real stuff.
Real stuff.
See you next time.